Hope y'all make it through the storm. You know what though, I love the rain, man. Love the rain. A lot of you cats is running your mouths. You're running your mouths crazy. Think y'all got to ease up though, you know? Ease up for something happen, man. We don't want that. At least you don't. Be easy, man. Tell you how it feels to be on top of the world. But y'all niggas better take it slow. Don't body yourself. Don't body yourself. Don't body yourself, nigga. World premiere. Yeah. Everybody get low, niggas. Dedicated to the fuck Nas coalition. Touch my dormlet. 40 cows blow, nigga. Not cows with 4 legs, but cows with more lead to add up more dead. It's on, nigga. I'ma bury 'em. Niggas don't want beef, they vegetarian. Scared of pussy, you climbed out of cesarean. I push a grown ass back in your mother's womb. You need 9 more months, your crew's 9 more punks. You rhyme on stuff and claim I ain't sign y'all up. If I sign y'all, I'm on dust. Yeah, we from the same hood, but nigga, what?
Before we start this video, the only thing I need to say to you as well, buckle up. You're in for a freaking ride. I do not want to hear anyone being ignorant and discarding proof. I certainly do not need to hear anything related to me saying, hey buddy, that's Photoshop. No, man. Instead, I want you to pay attention to the video. Also, listen to this. I don't give 2 craps about how many fans sent to dislike bomb my video or my channel, because that's only his way of getting rid of me, and it's not going to work. Listen, don't be ignorant, but stay neutral in the situation. Without further ado, let's talk about it. First point I want to bring up, and I said this in my community post too, is that I do not need your fame, your clout, nothing that is yours. I do not want it. All this talk about me wanting your views needs to stop ASAP. I'm exposing you because you made empty threats, made claims to defame me, tried to lie on me, and being hypocritical. And there's actually more. I'll get into it later in this video. And I regret nothing, because by the time I'm through, you owe everyone a response. And honestly, he does, because what I'm about to say to you today is going to be very shocking and it's going to surprise you. So, without further ado, I'm done with the intro. Let's finally get into it. So a couple of days ago, I was added to a group chat so they could argue with me and call me out for no reason at all, but to argue with me and call me out. I have proof that GC even exists if you want that too. Anyways, here's the video. Now anyways, their first point was the fact that I want to start drama. Then they used a screenshot from over 2 months ago of me joking saying I wanted drama with someone. First off, the obvious problem with that is, well, it was over 2 months ago. Secondly, I said I was joking. And when I said that, I was called out for using an excuse. Now I noticed a trend with this. Every time I would invalidate a point, someone would say I'm using an excuse. At first it worked, but I caught up with it and it's starting to get old. It's kinda like how Mythical used the in denial point against me so many times, and it got old. I caught up with it, and boom. It's not gonna work right now, man. So, after me and my fans, and even my staff invalidated the point, they moved on to some R34 art that they did on Parlo. They brought it up to me and I condoned it at first. It was a couple of months back. But when I got more information, I immediately regretted it. I'm sorry for condoning the art. I thought it was a joke and it wasn't. I honestly didn't know too much about R34 anyway, so I was kinda confused. But my fans deserve to be called out for that. But they tried to say I did condone it and then I didn't. So then they tried to use that as their primary proof. Even though I changed my mind quickly after I found more information about it at the time. I also want to say this was a couple of months back, and no, I don't condone the art now, but now, again, they try to use it as their primary proof, and it's gonna fail, and it's gonna fail hard. Cause even with me condoning it at the very beginning, I quickly said it was bad, not only from a video that I made, but in my document on Mythical as well. Therefore, you can't really use it anymore, mate. I'm sorry. So what else did they try to do? They tried to say my video on Lofi had a bunch of deflection, which we will react to it soon because their points will be debunked hard. It will be covered by LoveTheFuzz later, so stay tuned for that. They tried to say all I do is lie and manipulate proof. Parlo tried to invalidate me and said his comment was directed towards 2 fans. The comment that he called everyone little b words at. I think he means he manipulated proof himself. He literally said everyone. He wasn't talking to a group. I can bring up the entire context. He said everyone. Little b words. And you expect us to believe you. So the fact that you tried to lie yourself out of the situation, which is kinda dumb already since you already know that I got proof to back up your lies, then you claim I'm lying, which was already invalidated. Next point. They tried to call me out for my ego, something literally numerous people called me out for already, and it's kind of a weak point at this point, and hypocritical point for Parlo as he has been hypocritical, and he has a big ego as well. The difference between me and him is the fact that I'm actively improving my ego. I used to have a massive ego in 2019, not anymore. So don't know why you're trying to use that as a point like that point is going to help you much in this beef. I think I covered everything with this topic. Also, I have witnesses in this GC, so if you try to twist anything up, you will be met with fierce retaliation. So before I continue on with this segment, I want to say this now, that they tried to say my points were old and based off of proof 2 months ago, but why are you being hypocritical? I mean, it doesn't matter, my proof is comprised of new and old proof. But anyways, back to the segment though. So remember in my other video I covered the Trap NCS account and how Parlo joined the GC and said we were tripping? Well, here in this video, he lied his behind off. Now, I know for a fact that this is old, but it's still relevant because no one else talked about this topic and how he lied to us. We are gonna go to the part of the video where he mentions the fact that he gave the account to someone else. Let's go.
Not specifying that is why there is a video of them backstabbing me and trying to start unnecessary drama, which I regret even giving them the account. I should have left it as it was inactive for 4 months. I never hacked anyone on the account, therefore Kyron is lying and manipulating people yet again to perceive me as the bad person, but the fact Kyron brings up points from months ago is disgusting and an excuse to redirect the hate and negative attention in which he is receiving.
Now, to make this clear, I am not attacking Parlo because what he said about Curon was true. I'm using this point to prove that he had the trap account and lied to our faces for saying we were assuming when you outright admitted that you had the account. You lied to us. You may not have it anymore, but all you had to say was you sold it. And that proves that you had it. And you lied to our faces, proving the fact that you cannot be trusted, Parlo. And you say I'm the liar here, which is not only defamation, but also messed up in multiple ways. So this is my follow-up from the group chat. He tried to use screenshots that were basically me saying subscribe to my channel. And I did do that. And the only reason why I did is because I was featured in a video in October at the time. I was featured in his video, before all this beef stuff even happened. He then tries to use all of my comments on other videos to use it as proof I was self-promoting. I was not self-promoting here, and he is misusing his proof to make it sound like I'm just taking advantage of him, when I'm not. The only time I self-promoted on any of his videos was when I was featured in one of his videos. Other than that, no. And the featured video that I'm talking about here is the downfall of Lisa. And I rest my case here.
Okay, like crisscross applesauce, so baby caress me. I've been doing all this shit just hoping that you impress me. When I level up, girl, I'll buy you diamonds and jet skis, and your girlfriend, that might be the one that...
Now I'm going on the offensive here. After I made my video spoofing Parlo, Parlo fired back with a response of his own. Let's take a look at it, starting with the first screenshot my fan sent me. First off, I have no idea what Parlo's talking about in this screenshot besides the screenshot that my fan had sent him. My mod caught him and warned him in the act, because no mods were online while that was going on, but I will take accountability for his actions. I never knew about it until a mod warned him for it. And as As soon as I heard, I called him out, and therefore on his behalf and on the behalf of the Warren fanbase, I am sorry for it. But it doesn't negate the fact that you have done bad things, Parlo, just because that happened to you, Parlo. Next point, he is quoting what I said that nobody cares about his news videos. I can say that. Your videos are boring, repetitive, and all about Lisa. You rarely do content that is actually about calling pedos out, and I can literally count on my literal fingers how many videos you focused on pedos. 5. You did 5 videos only talking about pedos, and that were actually needed to be made. But then you act like that's the only thing you do. You still talk about Lisa, you have moved on to talk about gotcha trolls, and you think we are supposed to care about that. Then you deny the fact that you use Lisa and the Bun Bun Girls for attention when literally your most popular video is about memeing the Bun Bun Girls. Then you start milking the oh no videos giving attention to the Dip Dip Girls. Then you decide to milk the Bun Bun Girls again, but when someone calls you out for this, then you say they are using you for clout, so that makes them look hypocritical. I'm not using Parlo for fame or for clout. Before all of this, I have 500 members on my server right now, 2,000 friends on Discord shared between both of my accounts, over 1,500 followers on my Instagram account, and I don't know how many followers I have on my Snapchat, but I have a lot to the point where I get 100 watchers on my Snapchat added in with the GCs that I'm in. I'm in a Lord's mobile group with over 100 people inside who know my channel, and my influence is huge. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging here, but I also know that Parlo will say I'm using him for views and for clout. I'm not. And that point is shut down now. We are still on the second screenshot. I have no idea what he means by me calling him a hypocrite, cause in my video on him, I never called him that, nor did I mention the Lizzie Winkle or the lit candle situation. The closest thing I have ever said related to that was, quote, calling out trolls that do bad things, but yet I do them themselves, and which I was memeing Parlo with that. When I said that, I was relating to Lisa, Tanya, Bum Bum Girls, and Dip Dips. And yes, you do act like them. Just by the way you act, how toxic you are, and how much you suppress opinions in your server. But I'll get to that later. So he says I don't take accountability for my fan base when I literally just did just now. Also, you never proved that someone else sent you a death threat, but you are playing victim saying someone sent you a death threat. I can call you out because your fans literally do it, and you sit there and do nothing about it. That's the difference between me and you. I did something about it and you do nothing. Your fan base also does it on a normal. Off topic for a second, I remember myself actually asking Parlo or Lofi for proof about the death threats that my fans were sending, and I never got that proof back. I just want to bring that up just now. So this is actually my first encounter that I've actually had with one of my fans sending you a death threat, but you can't handle it because you're not on Discord. Also, I sense some hypocrisy coming from you because your fans have literally done the same thing. So yeah, that's all I really gotta say on that level. We are still on this screenshot. He says, let's call you out because I can't take opinions, but you banned me for it. Actually, no, Parlo. I banned you because you were bad for the server. I banned you because I did not want drama in my server. I think I said this multiple times, and you're making a story up. I just banned you just to ban you. Nothing happened between me and you. Even Lofi was there to see me just ban you. You just tried to lie about a story. I didn't ban you because you were calling me out, which you never were in the first place. I banned you because I didn't want you in the community because all you do is talk about drama when you're always online. I even told you in GC that I banned you because you won't change for the better. You freaking liar. He then takes more shots at me. For starters, I don't need your clout, your views, and it's not useless drama. You deserve to be called out for reasons we will get into soon. I never spread any negative energy, that's your perception, but it's your fault that you, with 100,000 subscribers, is looking down at a guy with over 1,300 subs. And you are more concerned about suppressing anyone who says an opinion against you, and the whole believing lit candle situation is an assumption that you made, by the way. Literally, this guy had to tell me who lit candles was. I never did share an opinion on lit candles. Fourth lie. Then first, you say I banned you because of a opinion, and then you say I banned you for no reason. So now, which one is it? Fifth lie. I also have talked to you. You haven't changed, nor listened to me, nor taken my advice. You don't listen to your own fans when they try to tell you to stop. It has gotten to a point where the only way to jam this in your head is to freaking expose you, and that's what I'm doing now. Also, you have made an empty promise that everyone will see the truth in me, but you never actually did the video or the document or whatever you was about to do. So I'm making the first shot. Your whole perpetuating of the drama stuff is bullcrap, since you said this to me. You said that you wanted to expose me or do a document on me or whatever you wanted to do. Sick slide. And just because this is my 4th video on you, it doesn't mean it's harassment. It is not harassment. I called you out on this video, and the only reason why I mentioned you here is because you were in the conversation, but that wasn't harassment. The video that I gave you criticism on is not harassment, and I never mentioned you in this video nor in the title, therefore that doesn't count. This is my 4th and final video on you unless you decide to respond, and I'll resort to a 5th video. Your proof of me making excuses was already invalidated a long time ago, because even if I was, you would be hypocritical as well, but the excuses bullcrap isn't going very far for you, because I never did, and I can prove it too. And actually, even your fanbase believes you need to change. Drama that you assume that will fuel my fanbase already hates you enough, and they have witnessed what you have done themselves. Yeah, I did invite you to the server, and then I had to ban you because you literally, all you do is literally talk about drama every time you're online. I thought you changed. That's why I invited you. My fanbase did not start campaigns against you. You had no proof of this, and therefore you cannot say we did, and until I see some proof, you're freaking lying right now. You get angry, so you look at chat logs saying, oh yeah, we talk about Parlo in the server. We have 1,000 messages about you. Over 100,000 messages sent in my server alone. Shut up, Parlo. Being a big YouTuber will mean you get talked about. People will have opinions on you that you may not like, but that doesn't give you the reason to attack us. Again, you have 100,000 subscribers and you're worried about opinions from not just us, but other people. Be a man and take it. Even after your message, you go around and silence your admin over an opinion he has made, as shown here. For a guy who loves to talk about how much we bully him, let's take a look at some screenshots, shall we? Here in this photo you can see him saying, I deserve to get terminated. He was attacking this person for an opinion that he made against Parlo. Nothing more, nothing less. This was back when Parlo had 9,000 subs. To this day, he is still attacking people for their opinion on him, even if it's negative. Now, I'm an advocate for free speech. I don't mind my fans talking about me in a negative or a positive way. I may try to dispute the claim, but I know for a fact that I cannot change the person's opinion on me, and I'm fine with that. But this guy will literally go to the extremes just because someone talks bad about him, or gives him criticism. He got his own friend Lofi for basically saying that he needed to improve. This is Parlo's friend that's saying that he needs to improve himself. You got your own admins wanting to leave your server because you act so horrible to the point where you literally find drama and start on people just because you want to see them fall. But yet you sit there and have the gall to try and call me out. Yeah, everyone is saying that you can't take opinions, and you're one to talk about influence because as an influencer in the Roblox community, a community filled with 9-year-olds, it is up to you to set the example, and you have not been. The only problem with me is my ego. I'm working on it actively, but you sit there and get into drama all day and talk about how someone said you died when it's common knowledge that you didn't die. Nobody cares about this video. I'm getting off topic though with the segment of this video, but my point is Parlo will literally harass anyone for basically an opinion, and that's why I said with this video you call out others for the stuff that you're doing yourself. Real exposers such as myself and others will see you as easy prey. And make no mistake about it, they will call you out because of your stupid actions, your actions that mirror your community. So yeah, it's common for people to call you out because you can't take opinions. You can't take it. Take it like a man. So credit to Lizzy for sending me this proof, but she was targeted because she was part of the LGBTQ community, which states here she was muted because she was a part of that community. You can argue that Xviper said that he was joking, but that doesn't negate the fact that he still did crap to her, for no reason at all. He called her a homosexual, and if you don't know what that is, that's a person who is sexually attracted to people of their own sex. And Xviper told her to shut up. She told you to stop, and you wouldn't stop, and instead you called it a joke, and you continued to insult her. Now, even when we were edgy back in 2020, we respected others. If someone said stop, we did that. They didn't, and she got mad, offended, and Lizzy left the server. Now, 2 out of 3 admins got demoted, but Xviper is still moderator. Now let's talk about my mods, because I know for a fact that he will try to use that against me. Starting with the whole doxing situation. If you want to bring up the whole fact that Mag tried to dox Mythical, you're not going to go very far into doing that. Mythical had a VPN on to hide his real IP. Mag got it because Mythical joined my Minecraft server, and his friends griefed it with screenshots provided right here. I do not condone what Mag did, and he was punished and demoted, but note this fact now, that if you try to bring this up, you won't make it very far because I did something about it. The only reason why he isn't kicked or banned from the server right now is because he only got the VPN, not Mythical's actual IP. But I did something about it, and you don't do crap about your homophobic mod or your racist moderator, who called me the N-word and used it in an insulting way. Not once, but twice. Next segment, please. So now we get into this part. I called out Parlo for Wallsy. Wallsy and Parlo and a bunch of others claim that because he's black, he can say the N-word. But then they call me racist for a conversation they took fully out of context. By everyone's logic here, you can't call Wallsy racist because he's black, but I am also black. Therefore, everything you just said can be invalidated against. And yes, you can be racist and black, but I'm not racist. They took the screenshot out of context. I was mocking one of their spies Parlo sent to my server that said I'm racist and the server was, but it wasn't. And you know what? Fun fact, they have dark humor in Parlo's server now. It's funny how they tried to call me out for my server having dark humor in it, but they also months later developed dark humor in their server too. It's just funny to me. Before I continue with this part here, I want to explain something really fast. My admin was not normalizing racism. Someone said that my admin was normalizing racism when he wasn't. Back in January, my friend had joined to help me in the efforts against Parlo and Lofi. So then he wanted to see what Parlo's staff would do if he was pretending to be racist. Now, he said this in the server before, that he was joking before. Then he started the experiment and sure enough it worked. Someone decided to use it for a video when he literally said he was joking. Something that's funny is that the person that used it in the video also got a bit of him saying it was a joke. He was not normalizing racism. He wanted to see what you all would do because you were relying on my Discord server for proof. And you still are to this day. All of Wallsey's proof was related to my Discord server. Everyone who has ties to Parlo has exposed me for only my Discord server and nothing else, and when you finally get debunked on these points, you scurry away. Now try calling that an excuse. So Parlo will go on to continue to leech off of Lisa, Bum Bum Girls, and others. As you see in this video here, the Lisa clones talk about the fact that he milks Lisa for views, but he says he literally, or they literally, milked him for views, and he thinks that's gonna be the end of it. I do not support the Lisa community, nor the Lisa trolls, but they are at least onto something with that point. My friend Xviper will talk about more about this situation.
And they even bring up the reused point, that I use Lisa for clout, which yet again is odd considering they are essentially using me for clout right now.
Perfect.
I have literally said this multiple times in this video, but I need to say it one final time in a segment. He is more concerned about an opinion from a guy with 500 subs rather than focusing on accepting criticism like a normal big YouTuber. He acts like a 5-year-old around his fans to the point where the mods want to leave his server. I heard the server has improved a lot, but the only thing that hasn't improved, well, is the guy himself. Parlo, you complain about how many dramas you get in and blame it on the Lisa trolls starting on you, which is a sign of deflection, by the way, but yet you also find drama to talk about, and then you talk about me starting drama with you when you literally look for drama. Isn't this what you wanted though, Parlo? Drama? Because that's all you know how to do? That's why your views are going down? Your channel's slowly dying because you're not listening to fans? And that's why you're not improving? Then you have the white knights defending you? So even if someone gives you harsh criticism, the fans will jump and defend you. I rest my case here. You can't take criticism and don't listen to it. That's all I gotta say right here. Actually, no, that's not all I have to say right here. You literally got on my case because I was making a criticism video on you. I had to get confirmation from you just so I can make this video. Well, not this video, the other video that's giving you criticism. So, bro, you can't take opinions. Now, I finally rest my case here. So a couple of months ago, he told his fans if you dislike Bomb Lisa and other trolls and get them terminated, you will earn Robux. This is a manipulation tactic to get his fans to do something horrible for a couple of Robux in return. You can call it nice, but if anyone with an IQ over 40 can understand that, this is just a tactic. It makes you look horrible. Not sure if he does it now, but he used to do it back then and it was freaking horrible.
Hello everyone. In this video we will be covering Warren's video on Lo-Fi. We will see if we have any of the following: deflection of blame. Since Parlo said that this video had a lot of it, we will skip to the parts that Warren so-called deflected, so let's get into.
So Warren decided to make an announcement intended to be a threat as usual.
I responded after you said this right over here. Do not try to make me look bad, and do not try to make yourself look like the freaking good guy or the freaking victim. Because you
I see no deflection here. Warren came with the facts and even showed proof for it.
Threat and one fucking bit. Warren and his fans will make these egotistical threats and it's kinda dumb, since Warren doesn't actually realize who he is playing with, and he claims that I have made the biggest mistake of my career. Warren, if you're watching this right now, you don't realize who you're playing with. By stepping foot in my cancellation zone, you're making the biggest mistake of your fucking life. Warren states that I assume, when you just assumed, that you're going to win this drama without realizing who you're playing with here. He also stated that I ban people for having an opinion, when he himself banned Hydra for just having a simple opinion against him, as you can see in this screenshot right here.
Hydra never spoke, firstly. He got that while he was offline, and it's clear that he freaking did. Secondly, you're the one that's being egotistical here yourself. At least, if you're gonna call me out for being egotistical, don't do that yourself.
Warren was not deflecting here. As a matter of fact, he was calling out the hypocrisy of Lo-Fi.
Warren deleted his racist talk channel very quickly.
I wasn't the one that did it. Raindrops admitted to actually removing the chat. But keep painting this fake story that I actually did something. But go ahead, go on.
Warren was not deflecting here. As a matter of fact, Warren was offline. He will show later that Raindrops literally admits to deleting the chat, therefore you cannot call Warren out For any deflection, Lofi tried to make a fact of an assumption, and it didn't work.
After he found out that spies was in his server, as you can see this video was recorded an hour before Warren deleted the chat. And this other video was recorded an hour later after Warren deleted the racist channel. Warren deleted this because he knew that if someone like me found out, he'll get called out, and he deleted it because he's too much of a fucking pussy to admit to his wrong.
Let's get something straight here. A, I wasn't the one who created the chat. B, I was asleep when Wowzy came out with the video on me. And C, I wasn't the one who deleted the chat either. So you're saying I can't admit to my mistakes is a freaking lie. In fact, everything that you have freaking showed that relates to my freaking Discord server, you only showed the admins making and deleting the chat, and then looping me in the freaking picture.
This is honestly true. There is no deflection here when proof is shown. I can admit that. Sometimes he should take accountability, but I also agree with the fact that Warren never knew the chat even existed. Let's move on. It actually ends here. We proved them haters wrong, and I thank you for watching my video on this subject. So that should prove Warren doesn't deflect. Anyways, thank you for watching, and bye now.
Parlo Gaming, one of the most hypocritical people in the comments, but he's also hypocritical most of the time. Which means that Parlo cannot take criticism. He would normally get his fans to dislike bomb people, but not really. His fans will find videos made on Parlo and they would dislike bombing. No, I don't disagree. I disagree with dislike bombing. You don't have to dislike bomb videos. No, that's honestly immature if you honestly gonna dislike bomb someone. You don't dislike bomb, that's scummy. Even if you did it, it's just messed up and scummy in general. But Parlo can also lie. He even lied about Warren's script. Well, he's hypocritical because he literally milks Lisa Gaming, right? So he made multiple videos on Lisa constantly, and they getting tons of views, which is given to the conclusion that he does it for views. It's honestly just retarded. He's just gonna milk it. He's even making a diss track on her, which is honestly just more like, he's honestly it's just retarded how he's gonna make a Lisa diss track using text-to-speech. You don't make diss tracks using TDS. It also results in shit diss tracks if you do that. Honestly, he's not a song rapper. His content is dog shit. That's my honest opinion about him. His content is dog shit. I don't like his content directly. Mainly meaning I hate his content. It's just I don't like it, the style of it. It's rough, even though he literally used to use the same audio, this instrumental for every time in his videos, right? So he used to do that all the time, but like it's just weird. Oh, and Parlo, one more thing, your content is just dog shit in general. Don't use CDS, it's obviously dog shit. Nobody wants to see you make at least a diss track. It's obvious that your fans like you because they're underage. Literally, they're underage, so that's why they probably like you. Same when if you're gonna like Lisa already quit, so you don't have anything to milk her on. Honestly, you're just retarded. I don't want to see another Parlo video because it just bleeds my ears to hear us sing every single time. See him use the exact TDS. He's unoriginal in his titles, in his thumbnails, gotcha videos. One of the most unoriginal shit in the Roblox community. He's not a commentator yet. In the commentary community, yet he made a fucking Roblox commentary. Yeah, it's just proves that Parlo is just bad at and I know I sound hypocritical during what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, Parlo, just don't do TDS. You don't have potential. If you're just gonna keep using TDS, then you're dog shit. Leave the community. Also, it's your boy Viper. Thanks for Warren for putting me. But if you don't know who I am, go look at my channel, XViper Band on YouTube. It pops up with my channel. It has a troll face or whatever profile picture I have. I kind of make some good content, in my own opinion. I honestly think I'm a good commentator and I'm underrated half the time. But that's all I'm gonna say. It's your boy Viper. Thanks for Warren Nation. You the homie for letting me on the channel. But anyway, it's your boy Viper, and I'm out this bitch. Peace. And Parlo, don't milk Lisa Gamer, because if you do that again, I'm gonna legitimately fucking bleed my ears out. But anyway, it's your boy Viper, and I'm out this bitch.
And with that being concluded, guys, I'm gonna go off and say this to Parlo. You have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and most importantly, you got debunked hard up in this video. If you respond, let me tell you what you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't use old proof against me that I already have, and you definitely should not use proof that your friends brought up in other videos against me. If you need a list, let me tell you who I debunked. Wallsy is debunked in my script. Frev is, Bloxify is, Wolfie is, Tanichi is, Candace is, Bradley is, everyone that you ever knew is debunked in my scripts. It's over, Parlo. Try to respond to this video if you dare, but for now, all I gotta say is now, checkmate.